to explain that, while he was putting his phone up to my mic, we're almost ready. We're almost back in the studio here at Monika House. We are almost there.
Yep.
But until then, he's got to play the theme song through his phone.
That's all right. No one will really see that anyway.
We punched it in. I'm sure we punched it in, and that was cool.
I just like to fucking hear it every week.
Yeah.
So
jacks you up a little bit.
Here we are, episode 35 with Monika House for the most part. We're here with Jarrod and Monika. But right before we do that, let's get to a couple promotions. We'll shout out to No Banana and Syndrome Entertainment for buying our first ad space. So No Banana has a show going on at Peerless on New Year's Eve. We'll have a flyer that they're making out so that we should have ready for this show when it airs. But
and No Banana was like the other reggae band in town.
Yep. So
if you dig reggae,
yep.
No Banana's the shit.
They played here twice.
They've been here a couple times.
Yeah,
five-piece
guys coming in. There's Donnie, Josh, Austin, and Ricky, and the other one I can't remember right at the moment right now.
We'll call him Liam.
Yeah. And whoever that is, I need to look it up. But we'll have all that information on the flyer that they're going to get from me. So if you're looking for something to do on New Year's Eve, get out to Peerless. I think Austin said it might be a free show. I don't want to put that out. It might be 5, it might be 10. We don't know what that is. We'll have the
New Year's Eve shows are rarely free shows.
Yeah, I would assume it would be like that's what I told you. He's like I'm bad at promotion. I was like, well, we'll help you. Yeah. So if you need something to do, I'm sure it's going to be at least $10. I would assume.
Even if it's free, give the guys like $10-15.
Yep. And also we got another promotion that just came through today that we're going to get in there is at Barcode, also on New Year's Eve. So if you're looking for something else to do, New Year's Eve we got Syndrome Entertainment presents. It's Busy Bee and
BZB. Yep.
And,
with New Life Records.
And what was the other guy's name? He's gonna be mad that I can't remember his name.
You gotta get me close, then I can get.
Well, it's not. No, I don't know if it's not Chosen Entertainment that's doing it, but I just got it. Oh, here we go.
Joe.
It's a New Year's Eve party hosted by Jay Parlay.
Yeah.
Serious sound effects.
Side effects.
Serious side effects.
So yeah, dude. So what Joe's trying to do, man, is you remember that movie way back in the day, Judgment Night?
Yeah.
Where it was like,
I love that.
That is a good movie.
It's got a great soundtrack too.
Yeah.
Though the soundtrack is dope.
So that's the deal. That whole soundtrack's the deal. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to find like hip hop artists to collab with metal. So Serious Side Effects is a local metal band. I think they're local. But anyway, badass. We had him at Muse, and then BZB is with New Life Entertainment.
Yeah.
And so
I've hung out
he'd
with
be
him
the
a
rapper.
bunch. He's a cool dude.
Always got them beads in his.
Yeah, he does. He's
lock.
a good hip hop artist, and he does videography for Scott as well. So shout out to Ballistic as well, and New Life Records.
So combo show be metal and hip hop.
And this is the flyer for as of today. They paid for both of these artists. The No Banana show of Peerless and the Barcode show here paid for a month. So there will be some ever evolving information on the show as that goes. So there'll be some people added to this show. He said that's just what they have so far. So look out for that flyer here now. Boom. Are we still making music for that? What plays there right now?
John's old. Yeah, we did something that's local. We should make a new one.
We should have something there. I can't remember what's playing there
right now.
Right,
Austin, give him the challenge. Give him the
something with horns in it.
Make it happen.
Something with horns in it. That's where I wanted to.
We don't play horns, dude. The closest we can get is like some. Oh, we have that badass MIDI controller now.
Yes, we do.
In the studio.
We can't fake horns.
Oh, we can totally fake horns now.
Whenever we want.
So
it's got something like 5,000 instruments in its bank.
Dude,
so let's fucking fake the shit out of it. We don't have
it's
to
2022, man. We
that's what I'm saying. It's 2022. We have to buy the horn. I mean, fuck.
I like just a stack of.
I don't want to hire
brass.
To hire a fucking bassoonist.
So that's the difference, man.
Actually, that was my first instrument. Was bassoon.
That's what my daughter played.
That's the difference to me. I would rather hire the bassoonist, have that real shit, like be analog as fuck about it, and go that way.
Well, we got $30 that just got paid to us. So if you can make it happen with $30.
All right, so we need a whole horn section for one song. $30.
$30 here, but it's gonna be a short song.
I still gotta buy the bassoon though. I mean, it's like I don't have the bassoon with me.
You just borrow.
I could fashion one, like whittle it out.
Is it?
Yeah. 4 years later, we'll be tracking this motherfucker. Yeah.
We already have a didgeridoo, right?
We'll make the bassoon out of the didgeridoo.
Yeah, there you go. A didgeridoo. A didgeridoo.
Well, I mean, I look forward. I'm gonna put forth no effort onto any of those things, but I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with.
Yeah, it'll be great.
So, introduce yourselves, guys. We're at the Monika House. These are our
Monika House After Hours.
Monika House
Monika
After
House.
Hours.
And this is some fabulous apple juice.
I left my beer in the fridge.
We got a guy for that.
We got a guy for that. Thanks, John.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. But we'll wait then.
Now that John's gone.
Now that, right.
This guy.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, the sound's terrible for us. God, the sound was just awful for a little while. So we'll get all those out. Hey, John, sound's been great.
Thank you, sir. You're the man.
But yeah, thank you as always, John. Appreciate you, brother. So the new home of the Aaron and Austin show. We're sitting here right in called the library.
It is the library.
Yeah, we're in the library.
I think we should rename it though. Now that it's got its new purpose to it now. I mean, the library is what it was when the house was built. So like, what can we make it now?
Well, if this was the studio, I would call this the live room.
The live room.
The library.
The library.
Jesus.
Okay. Jesus. It's so bad it's good. It's hard to be mad at it, honestly. I was looking to tear it down and I had nothing. But yeah, so why was this place called the library? What was the original like vibe in this room? Why did it get that moniker?
Well, I mean, from what we could tell, I mean, you got to understand that this house has been remodeled and revamped and added on to so many times. It was built in 1887?
1887.
1887.
This motherfucker.
Wow.
So this thing has been, it's the oldest house in the neighborhood. In fact, it's the second oldest house in like almost a half mile.
So it was one
square.
of the few farmhouses that was out here first.
Yeah, and well, actually, it wasn't a farmhouse. It was after the development, the actual area of the land had been bought up as for the purpose of developing, and then there was like a dip in the economy, and it just didn't get built. So this was the house of the guy who basically developed this neighborhood, and
so he built his place here while he was working.
Right, exactly.
Mr. Riverside.
Well, it was actually built for a family first. So
those days people had big ass families.
Yeah. And she actually knows a lot more about it than I do. She did like this whole history.
And you guys can
study on
introduce
it and
yourself
everything.
too. Let everybody know who you guys are if they know.
Hi, I'm Monika.
Monika and Jarrod Maddox.
Monika and Jarrod Maddox. Yeah.
That's what he's going for, I think.
Yeah, I just go by Monika.
Yeah, well, that's like Cher, Madonna,
Yeah.
Monika.
So, give us the layout of this place. So when did you guys come across like buying this place up? Like, what was the?
Well, actually, that's an interesting story.
Okay, so
I'll let her tell it.
I first found this house. My mom was doing the landscaping. She's a master gardener. And so she was doing all of the landscaping for the woman that lived here since the 80s. And that was about 10 years ago. And I just kind of fell in love with the house. I come over, help my mom, and then I was helping the woman while she was elderly, and so she just I was just helping her out, and then I don't know, about 5 years ago. We started practicing across the street. Oh yeah. So Jarrod's band. Semiotic Weapons.
Semiotic Weapons, yeah. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't exist anymore.
His old band.
Yeah.
The one just before this band. Just before Sproke.
Just before Sproke. Right before Sproke.
Yeah.
Name drop. Name drop.
Sorry.
Name drop.
I can't help myself.
Always pimp your band.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, if we said Semiotic Weapons, we have to say Sproke. So we were practicing, and he was practicing, and I was just over there. It was actually before a show. And I saw that there was a for sale sign, and I'm like, oh. I saw them moving the baby grand piano that used to be like where the stage is. There used to be a baby grand piano right there. And then there was a huge dining room table where the dance floor is. I don't know. It was a piano movers.
There was some cool shit in this house.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Dude, there's been a lot of. I mean, can you imagine what's been in and out of this place?
There's still a pool table on the third floor.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a pool table on the third floor.
So for everybody that doesn't know, or anybody that's been in the place and hasn't been a tour of this place, there's 3 floors of this place. How many square feet is this place?
36.
Well, it's including the basement and the wine cellar. It's 5,200.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. 3,600 livable.
And
Yeah.
there's two separate.
Yeah,
And there's
and
two
the-
separate basements under this place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
wine
then-
cellar and then an actual basement.
Is there like the racks and the whole 9 in the wine cellar? Or?
No. It's,
No, there used to be though.
Really?
I mean,
I'm
you can
sure.
see where they were, but they're gone now.
I mean, like vegetables and stuff or whatever.
What a
Like
cool, what a
The
cool
root
ass
cellar
place.
thing.
a root
Yeah.
cellar, yeah. And wine. I mean, was
So
like,
you're
yeah.
practicing across the street.
okay, yeah. And so I saw that there was a for sale sign, so we tried to buy it. And of course, they wanted a huge, hefty down payment, and so
They always start that way,
yeah,
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No, no.
yeah. So
And this is before like the current market.
Current
like,
market's insane.
insane. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. So this was like
Yeah, Trader
2000.
has tripled in.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Like
16.
$50,000 homes are like 100,000
Yeah.
plus
Yeah,
now.
man,
It's
they
insane.
Really are.
Yeah.
They really are.
Well, then, about a year later, I was looking for a place for my thesis exhibition. I was getting ready to graduate from WSU with my MFA in sculpture, and I don't know. Zillow sent me a notification saying, oh, if you like these 5-bedroom houses in
Don't you get those a lot though?
in College Hill, then you might like this one in
She
Riverside.
still gets those.
And so, yeah, I do all the time.
All the time.
And so,
I mean,
and I was like, oh my
I
gosh,
do
that's my
too,
house.
yeah.
That's like my house. That's a house and so, I just contacted the owner, the person that bought it from the elderly woman, and just asked him if we could, work out like a owner carry or rent to own kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I think we could work something out. And so,
That's how I'm buying
Yeah.
my house right now.
yeah.
That's actually
Yeah.
that's another interesting thing. I'm not going to name drop yet because I don't know if that's something he wants to be a part of. But anyway, he actually is still a partner with us.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, he's
Oh,
a
awesome.
partner in this whole thing, and so it wasn't a full like takeover. Basically, he was like, "You do what you need to do with the house. Do complete your vision. Do what you want to do. And he still wants to do what he wants to do because he runs an organization as well, and it's also a
awesome.
nonprofit. Yeah.
Awesome,
So
cool.
so
Yeah.
he was kind of like our first partner in all of this. But before we even really opened the doors of Monika House and everything, he was like the first person we kind of partnered with because we had a. We believe in like this, if there's a crossover, if there's some place where we are, overlaid with another
our
organization,
visions align.
where our visions align, we
Well,
try.
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So we try and support that. I mean, that's what we're all about. We're not just about supporting artists and musicians. Of course, that's like the primary, but we're also about just building the community. So any entrepreneur or small business or, nonprofit or anybody who's trying to do something to fix the community and fix the system that we're in, and make it better.
Yeah.
We're all down to try and help. And
That's
so,
it. And I think that's why we just really naturally came together. Like,
yeah.
because I always feel that way, man. I always say I'm always here to help. Whatever you need, if I can help you, I'll totally help you. But
oh yeah. Same.
if I know nothing about that, I'm the first one to say I know nothing about that shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
however,
But
I know somebody.
I know
that
someone who
does.
does,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
kind of what it is. It's about building that community. Okay, it's not about me or I or what we're trying to do or what us and our buddies are trying to do or whatever. It's about what are you doing and how can we accommodate that? How can we
Right.
facilitate that?
Right.
How can we help you further your goals? Because I don't know everything. You don't know everything. She doesn't know everything. We all have our strengths.
Exactly.
We all have our weaknesses, and so finding those people that fit. And what they do and what they're passionate about and what they love doing and using them instead of trying to do it all ourselves. We're trying to do it,
Well, you said it right there. It's strengths and weaknesses. If we can team up together about those things, and I have strengths where you have weaknesses, and you have strengths where I have weaknesses.
Right.
Man, we just made a really good team right there, and we know what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And we know the other part's going to be taken care of.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And not
Like,
just
that
and,
works.
And
Yeah.
not just
Makes me feel better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like-
and not just
Well,
balance
less stress.
and
Yeah.
not just balancing the weaknesses either. It's also about okay, we both have the same strength, and two heads are always better than one anyway.
Yeah, best
So-
idea
Yeah,
wins.
as long as they have the mindset.
I love that. Best idea wins.
Best idea wins.
and don't be butthurt if yours was a little bit not as good. It's okay.
Yeah, feel comfortable
Yeah.
in the best idea that
Well,
won, and
learn
the best
learn
thing's going to
something.
happen.
And learn something
Right.
because now use a little bit of anybody's idea to help sculpt your next one.
Yeah.
like that's
course.
that's how life works. You learn. Like you don't always have to come in trying to affect that ego part of it, and then when we remove that part of it, like it seems to have goes around here, which is great. Like that's what I'm always looking for, to collaborate with people that don't have a fucking ego, man.
Yes.
Or a fucking
Yeah.
angle.
Fucking A, man.
An
I'm
angle
serious.
or an
Like,
ego, man. Like
Yes.
we don't have fucking time for it, man. We don't.
No,
Like,
no, and that's just the
No,
thing.
life's
it's
Like,
not
too
moving
short,
us
yeah.
forward. Like it ain't
the
moving
best
us
idea
forward.
wins, and it's more than just hey, that's the best idea. That's the best idea is always the most productive
Yeah.
for everybody,
Yeah.
in that's involved in what's happening. So why would you get an ego about
After
that?
you
That
hear-
doesn't make any sense.
After
to
you
me.
hear the best idea, you could even say, no, okay, we'll just go your idea, and then you're gonna back down. You're gonna be like, no, you had the best fucking idea. So
Well, to me, it's always
We're
like
gonna
those, like those are always fun moments for me as a person. Not so much when you're younger, but as you get older and a little wiser, when someone has a really great idea or sees something from a really interesting angle that you weren't anticipating or paying attention to, that's a really nice learning moment for me. Still, even as getting to be an older man, so accept that as a quit fighting that upstream. I will tell any artist or any venue or any person. When you come up against somebody that's got, or come up with somebody that's got a great idea or a great thing, don't fight against that.
Man,
Go with it.
One of my favorite things.
Embrace it. Be a part of it.
Yeah, it's so much easier, and learn from it, and learn from them. And and again, is maybe as who they are, there is something to learn from those people that are also with you as well.
One of my favorite things about being a musician is the chance to be the worst guy in the band. Yeah. Okay, and I
can't believe any of you.
I love
You're
this.
all so fucking modest.
No. I love this. I love playing that role because these guys are invested in helping me be better, right? And they have the knowledge. They're just going to be like, okay, man. So this is what a minor scale is versus a major scale. You know what I mean? We're going to flat the third.
I don't know what you mean.
We're going to do this.
if you ask me what I don't know.
Well, I'm saying there was a time that I didn't either. There was a time I didn't either. But you be the worst guy in the band, and you just glean the information from the people that have it.
Yeah.
If you're willing to learn, everybody wants to show you what they got. Really, really.
No, that's how I learned.
Yeah, they do. They do as long as you're not an ass about
Yeah.
it. They really do. They do want to teach you.
Everybody wants to share and feel strong and like show you what they know. They really do.
Yes, they do.
People love to teach.
Yes, they do.
They like
yes,
to
they
you
do.
are open.
I mean, they may not be good at it, but they want to,
Yeah,
and
they do.
that's the point. And if you can figure out how to work around those eccentricities of each individual, you can learn so much from everybody because everybody has something to teach. Everybody wants to. Everybody wants to give that.
If you can put yourself in the position of the sponge and like, I'm here to learn.
Just, like you said,
what
you
a
have to
great
be able to
idea!
deal with
Awesome.
random weird people's traits and all their shit that you come along with that.
That's a good point because I mean, honestly, that's how I learned. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got a background in music, band and piano and all that stuff. But when it comes to like learning how to play in a band and learning how to play guitar and everything, I didn't learn by picking up a book or taking lessons or anything like that. I learned by just having the nuts basically to get on stage with a group of dudes or girls or whatever, and learn and play and just follow what they were doing and learn from them and take lessons and never have my ego there. I was constantly checking my ego. It's just a matter of having the confidence to get up there and do it and be there.
Be
with
a
that.
part of something.
Yeah, exactly.
And your band is one more time.
Sproke.
And what do you do? And what do you do in the band?
What do I do?
Yeah. What are you
Everything. No, I'm just kidding. No.
He writes
I do it all.
He writes all the music. He just actually has to have the extra guys here.
Yeah, they're just I mean, I
He
can't play
writes
all of the instruments.
He writes all. He's John Fogerty of this motherfucker.
No, actually, I have like probably the lowliest in a lot of people's opinions, and that's okay because I've actually embraced that because I
Sounds like a bass player.
No, I am a bass player. That's right. See, I didn't even have to say it. I didn't even have to fucking say it, did I? I didn't even have to fucking say it.
My co-host and good friend is a
bassist. Yeah. There's a lot of bassists in this room.
They
by the
are
way.
very humble. They're very humble.
I'm going to put it out there like this, okay? And I say this a bunch of times. That
Why have a bassist when you can have a keyboard?
I will fucking murder you in your sleep. All right, dude. Yeah.
I've heard you say it. The left-handed keyboardists are your favorite. I've heard you say that so many times.
Yeah, not really. So I say it like this.
And moving on.
Yeah, we're moving right on.
No, we're going to hold this one. I could tell. Aaron's got a bone to pick on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much longer this episode? All right. No, I say that the bass player and the drummer, we basically lay that mattress.
That's right.
For the rest of the band to fuck on.
That's right. Fucking A, man.
Right?
That's sexy. That is sexy.
And
you heard it here after hours. They lay the mattress for the rest of the band.
We lay the mattress for the rest of the band. To fuck on.
Yes, because without that rhythm, without that rhythm section, like really, what does a band have?
Well, and I will say that I'm saying that we can become many different kind of mattresses really fast. We can be this wishy-washy waterbed that we can kind of just like psychedelic this out a little bit, We can psychedelic this thing down, or we can be this really tight jazz funk thing,
Can you be the shitty mattress that's buried in the sand at the haunted house?
Right.
Punk rock, bro. Let's go.
The purple
Yeah.
mattress.
So-
The purple mattress.
Oh, dude.
Well, I don't know if anybody that's
I
been
told
on,
you about that,
anybody
right?
that's been
Yeah.
on Haunted Island in Wichita, you walk through a couple buried mattresses that are on
Bro,
there.
I told you about that purple mattress, right? Like, it's still fucking with me, man.
Is it really?
It is still
I
fucking
love
with me.
mine, man.
Just
Dude.
wait. Just
Yeah.
wait.
What are you
You
talking
gotta-
about?
Like I'm gonna low key like
Explain that.
rep the purple mattress right here. Like, hey,
Well, maybe we'll get a
if you
fucking sponsorship.
Hey, yeah, sponsorship.
Yeah,
Purple
okay,
mattress
okay.
right here. You know,
Well, no, if you
So-
want
so-
a purple mattress, then we have a code
Is
that
this
you
like
can
a-
get for 10% off.
I bought
So-
one,
and we get
yeah.
money
Yeah.
too.
So,
And then if we get 10 people to buy it, then we get a free
so
one.
put Monica House down when you buy this fucking shitty mattress.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, just email me and I'll send you the code.
so, but this is what I'm talking about. So, we bought a king size. It's like a $3,000 king size purple mattress.
Is it
It's
actually
not-
purple or is that just the?
No, it is actually purple.
Is that why you
Well,
fucking
the
bought
inside is
No, it's
purple.
really
Yeah, the
purple.
inside
Our
is.
outside,
Yeah.
the outside is
Well,
Well, it's got that cover.
But-
And
but
purple's
it's-
his favorite color, so I'm wondering if that had something to do with it.
I mean, maybe, maybe I don't know. Power of suggestion sometimes, but like
They got you on the fucking marketing.
They did. They
they might have.
They
They
totally
might have.
did.
They might have.
They totally did.
You were
purple.
part. You
Oh
were
my
part
God,
of
it's
the.
purple.
You were part of the fucking demographic.
But I
that's
went
for
in
sure.
and I laid on it and I was like, oh, this thing is kind of bouncy and spongy and I like it. But I woke up the first day and my back hurt. So
Yeah,
bad.
back too, dude. It was awful.
soft?
The first
no,
week, no, dude,
it's like I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You guys lay on your fucking.
No,
back, don't
he's
you lay
No,
on
right.
your
it's
side?
aligning
For-
your spine.
For 6
Yeah.
months. For 6 months, it was the worst mattress I've
For
ever
him,
slept
for
on
him.
in my entire
But
life.
he's a lot lighter than
Then
I
it got
am.
better.
Yeah.
Well, then one day it just and it was like the best mattress I ever laid on in my life.
Maybe it just needed to be humped into shape.
Well, that's the
That's
thing.
kind of it, I
they
think.
even they kept giving us extended. They kept giving us extended like usage of it. They were like, no, just do it for another 3 months. No,
Try
just
it
keep going.
longer.
Yeah,
Try
just
it a
keep
little
going.
longer.
They just kept giving us
They're
more
just like
longer.
pound
longer.
the padding on that bad
Yeah,
boy.
right.
Yeah, you'll get it
Your
right.
body, it's your body that needs broken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they told you too.
Yeah,
they're like
exactly.
it's realigning your spine, and
Yeah.
the more out of whack your spine is, the longer it's going to take. That's literally what they told us, and we were like,
God.
"You're kidding." Like,
So how long are you in on this spine?
Man,
realignment?
all right. So we got this November 4. And so
It's not been long.
so we're about a
Yeah.
month in. We're about a
a
month.
month to almost to
dude.
the day. It's like the 6th.
Yeah, give it.
Yeah,
like
dude, your
6
spine is
months,
still
bro.
not lined
Yeah.
right, dude.
Man, I'm going to tell you
You
though,
didn't know
straight
you,
up.
you didn't know you was getting a spine alignment with this mattress.
Straight up, they're like, straight up, it's not helping my drinking because when I'm drinking, I sleep like a rock on that thing. I'm just fine.
Yeah.
I'm good. I wake up and I'm like, yeah, all right, good. Bam.
So you got a
You know-
looser spine when you're drinking. Is the thing.
I'm guessing.
Well, they
something to it.
They probably
Yeah,
have
sure.
like they probably have a thing, back door with all the alcohol companies. Probably.
You're probably right, man.
There is some shit.
Jameson
behind it.
gives them some money
is like
to make
Jameson's
that
like, hey, I
mattress.
tell you what.
When my clients come,
They're like,
to
make
you.
it purple. They're like, make it purple and make it fit better when he's
Yeah.
drunk on Jameson.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they nailed your demographic to a fucking T.
They get me.
So anyway, as we circle back, what you see this place across the street, you got to have it. What's it like when you buy the place? What's it look like when you? So I know a lot of people have probably been into the Monika House. They have the venue on the first floor, and you guys correctly live on the second floor.
That is
and
correct.
And then there is a third floor also to this place as well. So, like, what's it look like when you get the place? What I mean, what is the vibe? Is it similar? Because
Yeah, we didn't change a whole lot. Okay,
Yeah.
so the carpet is the same carpet
Well, of
that
course.
she had.
Kinda have to do
The
that.
walls. I mean, we painted this room, but that was just for.
Yeah, this room actually matched the floors.
Yeah, it was the same.
It was the same color as the
green-
floors.
of
And this
green.
room
It
is
was
currently
like-
called the library, but we are working on a name for that.
Apparently, it's called the Library now.
What is it? Library? Oh, fuck. Please no. I mean, that's pretty fucking punny, but like,
That's for you.
I
Joe.
still like it, kind of. It's still so bad, it's good.
So I mean, let's get kind of past just picking up the house, but like, what are we doing here, man? I mean, we are doing all ages, no alcohol shows. That's the thing that I'm trying to do because there's just a void here,
Right.
and I think that's why we came together. But like that void of kids ain't got shit to do, they causing problems.
You know,
know?
honestly, the truth of the matter is, outside of a couple of just like key areas in the United States and maybe abroad, I don't know. That's pretty much every city. in the
That's
United
every
States.
city.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
That is
system
a
that is
current
so
social norm.
embedded.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, we're just trying to shake it up. We're trying to create something different that's more accessible and more.
Okay, so for my nonprofit, I did a bunch of research, and I can tell you that like recently, we have like 30 plus rehab centers, and the recidivism rate is sitting somewhere around 65 to like 80% at any given rate.
Yep.
At any given time.
Yep.
Because these guys come out and there's nothing for them to do. They straight up come out. They try. They really do. They try. But they can't talk to their friends because their friends are enablers. They can't talk to their family because their family's triggers half the time.
Yes.
They can't go anywhere to find their community because it just doesn't exist.
See, that's something I think in general, not just the communities, but like the governments, whether you're talking about civic, small municipalities, or like federal and all the way up to federal, is that like there's this big push for rehabilitation, and that's great. I'm all about rehabilitation. You know, I mean,
that's wonderful.
That's wonderful. Okay,
we all need it.
But then these people come back out into the real world, and there's no place for them to go. It's just a fucking void for them.
It ends there.
Yeah, it ends there. Yeah. And so what happens is they just end up, a lot of them, just right back in. And it's just it's just like a circle.
We made them expect a thing that they're never going to find.
That's right.
We got them used to behaving a certain way that doesn't fit in a social norm anywhere. Yeah. You know? And our kids are really no different here, okay? Because our kids are trying to find themselves. My kid's 11. Okay, and he doesn't know who the fuck he is.
13 and 10 for mine.
10, so 10, 17, 22.
So we're sitting there, and I know 22 sounds old, but I just read a book that says that we ain't even really out of adolescence.
Yeah, they're all boys.
They're all boys.
They're all
boys. You don't know shit till you're fucking like 38.
25. That's when the
you
develop.
stop.
Yeah, that's when the
dude.
The science.
I just read this book that was talking about. It's about 31.
That would make sense.
Adolescence is ending now, about 31, based on social conditions.
That would make sense, actually.
What about female adolescence? Is it still? Like
I think it's probably the same, roughly. I mean, maybe a little bit, because women are always just a little bit ahead of the male.
They're pretty sharp by the fucking time.
Well, fuck yeah, they are. But I mean, okay,
because they have to be.
Unpopular opinion, but our brains are different. I mean, straight up, So and those,
we experience the world differently.
We do. We look at it differently. We experience it differently.
I've never been in a room where I had to worry about walking to my car.
Right. Well, I was saying I was about to say the same thing. Not just biologically, but socially. Socially, it's a different world. I mean, the things that women have to worry about, we don't even think about. No, it's not something we even like contemplate. And this, it goes the same way for guys too. I mean, the things that we worry about aren't something that women typically have to think about. It's just not. And what we need to do is create. Never mind. I'm about to get off on it. Oh, I'm about to get on my tangent here.
This is how we get canceled, bro.
No, that's not even it. But
I didn't say anything. I wasn't here. I was getting button plants.
You did start this. You did start this.
You heard that, yeah.
No, my point is like we need to create a society that, in general, okay, that is more community based. That does change with it, instead of being mired in these traditionalist ideas and these systems of control and these systems of corporation and that sort of thing. And that's
we just need to quit doing the shit we used to.
That's exactly right.
The world is different now.
Yeah,
it really is.
Inclusive, equality.
The kids are different.
These are not hard ideas to.
And I was telling a friend of mine the other day who doesn't have kids. I was like, and he remembers when we were growing up, and like you could just like when I was growing up, you would just like yell at us and take shit away from us, and then we would straighten up. Like that doesn't work for kids these days. Like you can't just like.
It's not the same.
No. It's an information world.
Well, if you.
It's a misinformation world.
You send them into. They're more aware for one. They're smarter for two.
They've seen it.
They're more aware of what mental health is and what depression is and what things
they
are.
understand themselves a lot more.
They do.
Oh my God, they absolutely do. They are so self-aware. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Like negative punishment is not the same way you can't raise your kids the way you were raised. And I know that seems so easy to say, but a lot of us forget that how you're trying to go about these things is I had to realize that you have to change your thought process.
So back in the day, there was a book called Love and Logic that taught parents how to parent. And most of our parents used that book, whether we know it or not. Mm-hmm. Right? Like that was just kind of the norm.
Like it was like the go-to.
That was the go-to book. In 2015, Karen Purvis came up with TBRIs, Trust-Based Relational Interventions. And that is how they're currently teaching parenting.
That should be the way.
Well, yeah.
I mean, our children are just little humans. Like it's like really, and
we're learning all the time. Shit should evolve.
That's fucking right.
We should evolve.
And this modality takes that in. It really does. It teaches you a little bit about how to connect and like through trust. Build that up.
I never understood And honestly, like in a lot of ways, my parents were kind of on the cutting edge of this. They really were. I mean, they have their flaws, but my parents, they understood a little bit of that, and they weren't like the whole spoil the child, spare the rod type of parents. They were more like, hey, be critical thinking, be yourself, explore the things that make you you. Instead of trying to mold me and shape me and force me into paths. And I think I came out. It's like one of the really great things my parents did for me. It was that, and I think that's really needs to be where we embrace childhood and like in the future is this idea like, hey, you are you. And you deserve all the same rights and respects as any other human being with guidance.
With guidance.
And
understanding.
And and still
because you're a kid, you don't understand.
Yeah,
That's
still
right.
at the very end
That's
of the, and still at the very end of the day, I am legally in charge of your ass. At the
Yeah.
very end of the day.
Oh yeah, no. I have no problem snatching my kids up, being like, no.
At the very end of the day,
I'm not saying run amok.
I am, but
like,
and trying to get that two-way street of conversation with your kids any way that you can is a big one. I think always when you're dealing with especially kids of the age that we're talking about. God, if you can get them to talk to you at all, you're luckier.
Man, dude, I don't know, dude. Like, so we're adopting, so this is a different case. Okay, this is a totally different case.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But our kid, he's really honest with us because I don't necessarily punish him for being honest. We try to talk through it and get to a reality of a thing. So like, I'll never forget. He comes home one day and he's like, "Oh, my hand hurts so bad." I was like, "Well, why does your hand hurt?" "I hit this kid in the face like 3 times."
Yes.
And I'm like, "Well, that's I said, "Son, that's what we call a natural consequence." Okay. If you punch a wall, you're gonna have bloody knuckles. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. Your hand hurts because you did this thing. You shouldn't have done it. Now, why did you do it? Well, it turns out the kid was kind of like assaulting him. And so I was like,
I mean, he got in a fight, it sounds like.
well, dude, he gets in fights, okay? But the difference is if he started it or if someone else started
That's right.
it.
There's a difference between defending
what my
yourself and
deal
being a
is.
bully.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, true, fair enough.
That's right. And if he's defending himself, I got his back. If he's being a bully, he suffers those natural consequences.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you don't ever want a kid that's just running around fucking cold cocking motherfuckers.
No,
Well,
man.
and
no.
there's also a difference between like learning how to brush stuff off. I mean, you can't be starting a fight with every person that looks at you weird.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
that fucks with you.
And
People
the
fuck
funny
with
thing-
you all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
People fuck with you.
I mean,
them
yeah.
being in the car in front of you.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
fucking with you. Why they're driving slow, motherfucker? They're doing that shit on purpose too.
Oh,
Exactly.
I hate them motherfuckers.
That's that passive aggressive ass shit.
But it's not okay for you to pull up and knock them off the road.
It's
You
not.
know, you got to learn how to let things go.
I mean, it's kind of
Exactly.
okay, man. It's kind of okay.
I mean, you can honk.
It-
They
it's
gave us
frowned
horns.
upon.
You get a honk at them.
Frowned upon.
It is.
What if I whip my McDonald's drink at him? Like,
What if they? I mean, what if
Yeah.
what if you make them wreck and they fucking like wouldn't you feel like an ass?
Especially
because they
like
were
a-
driving.
Yeah,
back.
right. What if they got kids in the back seat?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody's an ass. That same asshole that you
Aaron's
walk
feeling
around.
like shit right now.
I
He's
think it
like,
just
damn
depends.
it.
Well, what was
It
the
depends
drink?
on the situation.
Was it a water, or was it like a milkshake? Because
Nah.
there's a big difference.
I drink sweet
Was
tea.
it
You can
summer?
kind of see
Was it
through
winter?
me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's not like blocking their vision. I mean,
I mean, maybe you were just trying to help clean.
just start throwing pickles at them. I don't like these things anyway.
I drink paint. Yeah.
But if you throw a milkshake, you had malice intent on the vision of their car,
Yeah,
and
you
we're
know.
hoping that they would wreck into a fiery crash and die.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea. Yeah.
A diarrhea crash and die.
Yeah.
I'd probably shit my pants if that happened. I mean,
Oh
honestly,
yeah. Well, if you die, yes,
Yeah.
yes, you
Like,
would shit
oh,
your pants.
shit, and then I would
No,
do
it's-
it.
No, if you die, you're shitting your pants.
That does what that is.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
If you die in the fiery crash,
It's its own trigger.
shit's in your pants.
Yes,
that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
I don't know.
This is wow.
I don't know. Let's.
I told you I was going to
let's
say some
parlay
weird
some-
shit. I told you. I warned you before this night happened. I warned you.
No, but Monika House. You guys have several nonprofits. That
Actually,
you guys are doing.
okay, and I think Monica's kind of not gotten a chance because she is a brilliant person here to really like say what she
No,
needs to say.
I think she's just being steamrolled by 3 like total talkative
Right.
dudes.
No,
Yeah.
the truth of the matter is okay,
I haven't said anything this
so
whole time.
before Monika House, before all the other nonprofits, before Muse got involved, before Slow Coast, before all of that, okay, there was NCLB, all
Yeah.
right, and that was Monica's brainchild, and
No craft left behind.
it is
No
brilliant.
craft
It's a
left behind.
brilliant concept. She totally sold me
Okay.
on it. You know, when we first met, before we even married, she told me about this. Are you all right, man?
Yeah, just put some ice in my cup. What the fuck's the problem?
He also is like, well, what?
I'm listening, and you don't have to no mind me. I just need a little ice in my cup.
Dude, you're supposed to do it straight like Aaron does.
I
man.
do.
Like,
I drink my drink how I want to fucking drink.
You don't put Jameson on the
We
rocks.
are
man.
two totally different people.
I don't
I'm
even
with
like
you,
it.
man. You don't put Jameson on the rocks.
Says who?
What the hell?
Well, I do it. I'm doing it right now, and I feel like no one's stopping me.
Obviously, you do.
Obviously, you can.
Because
Can and do are
Well,
two different things.
Everything is possible.
Right. Yeah.
You know what
I mean,
I will say
you
this
drive
for
your
the
car
15th
backwards on the
time,
highway,
and I don't
but,
care
you
if I
know.
lose listeners. I do not like Jameson that much.
I can mix that. I can mix that shit with chocolate syrup. I just won't.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Right. I
Well,
mean,
maybe that would help the taste of this
Oh,
shit.
get out!
Oh, damn.
Shots fired.
Yeah, like right. I'm
We're
gonna tell you
not
right
even
now, like
drinking, dude.
half my
This is
half my
Monica House
homies just
after hours.
cringed.
We don't drink.
Yeah, he doesn't like Jameson, but he drinks it every fucking episode.
Right. Bring your own bottle if you don't like it.
I did.
Why did? Why?
Of Jameson.
See,
I bought it. I bought the Jameson. What the fuck are you talking about? I bought the Rumplemans too. You guys don't like that either?
Yeah, no. What's up with that, by the way? Can
that's
we
what we do.
can we start doing like a different opening tradition here? I mean, that would be great.
So 2 Rumplemans.
but yeah,
That's totally what I meant.
2?
Totally what I meant.
if it's not Rumplemans, it's not tradition.
Yeah.
But
That-
who
we
would
started
have
the
to-
tradition?
Well, if you're making me, I
But
mean,
we are still in the first season of this
All right.
show.
Okay, so hold on a
So-
second.
it
It's time-
does seem like we've been doing it for 5 years.
all right, so it's time for the interviewee to be the interviewer. All right,
Oh,
so
shit.
tell
Here we
me
go.
about the Rumplemints tradition. Like, how did that get started?
I brought Rumplemans to the very first show, 10 rack of them, and we have not stopped doing it.
and
since.
yeah, so it was just this one thing that kind of.
Well, he liked Jameson. I said I'm going to the liquor store for the first show, and he goes. I knew that he drinks Jameson almost everywhere he goes. We've been friends.
Almost everywhere I go, make it sound terrible. Yeah. Like, no.
Well, even when I actually saw you one day at a water park that didn't sell Jameson, and you had Jameson. It seemed weird.
You'll never see me at a water park. That's how you know he's lying. That's the first one.
I know.
That was gonna be my next question.
I know. I was like, I tried to pick the most up.
I have dreads. I don't like my hair wet.
Is that why
Thank
you?
you. Oh my gosh, no doubt.
So
right?
is that
And then
why you
I'm a-
never come to pool volleyball?
And then I'm a fat kid, and I don't fucking do
Hey,
that shit.
dude, man, come to pool volleyball. You'll have some fun. I'm telling you. But anyway, so
I love pools.
So the first show I go, I'll bring Jameson, and I just like lay on that sword because I mean every person that takes a shot of Jameson lies to themselves about how good it is.
Yes, that's true.
And so, and then I was just like, what's the most like? Let's have a shot to help loosen up the guests, like because it's a pretty high proof shot. And
That's the intent.
Yeah, so like let's just have like a bam, and then we keep and so just so you know, every guest that didn't take a shot, we have you on a list somewhere.
You barely got off. You barely didn't make that.
I was gonna
list.
say, do you have to?
She sipped it. She did take a shot.
Hey,
I mean,
I'm a sipper. I'm a
So-
sipper.
And she looked at it mean enough.
And she's
so
like,
that works.
I took 2 sips,
I'm a sipper. I
Yeah.
understand this. I get it.
but I know what
no
to
offense
expect.
to anyone that
You
was
should
in
finish it.
recovery or didn't
You
want to
should
take a
finish
shot. We do have
finish
you.
it.
you should finish it
Right now?
Right now.
It's a pretty short
it.
list.
Then maybe I'll talk some more.
Yeah. You need to open
hey.
up.
But that's how it did start. It was so I brought Rumplemans and Jameson to the first show, and
And
what
that's
we've done ever since.
okay.
And I want to clarify something real quick because
We don't drink on the show.
we are
okay.
we are proponents of no alcohol shows. Okay, we are.
Oh, no, yeah, no,
after
actually-
fucking hours. We're
Hold
not.
on.
Well, listen though. Listen, I see this as a void here, and I think it's important to have no alcohol shows. By no means does that mean that I don't personally drink.
Thank you.
I just really need to have no alcohol shows available
And we
for
don't
those
drink
that
at the-
need that environment.
No,
And
okay,
we don't
but-
drink at those shows.
That's just
No,
the thing.
we don't drink
We
at
don't
those
drink at those
shows.
shows. So
I
let's
actually-
be clear: we are not sneaking drinks in the back of those shows.
Austin, thank you.
That's not what's going on here. That's
Thank
not
you.
what was going on at Muse. I have been a
point-
part of a ton of those things, and as we are perpetual of the music industry here in town, and we're a part of the bar scene, and we love to have a drink from time to time.
I have to create
At
that environment.
At all those open mics and everything that has been involved here, we're not. This is not
No.
a like drink in the background type of thing. here.
Exactly.
That's not
okay.
what we're doing here.
And I want to add to that because the truth of the matter is like I am not anti-alcohol. In fact, just simply in the fact that we are all inclusive.
Yeah.
That does not. I mean, and then
All
there's-
inclusive, isn't it?
all
and we're
inclusive.
trying. And
we're
we're trying
not
to
excluding.
And we're
al-
trying to revive the young crowd.
Right.
So that's what.
Even
That's what
the
we're at here.
So the thing of it is, like I said, it's we're not anti-alcohol, and we, I mean, Hell, I'm sitting here drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon. Yeah,
Right.
You know, rep, love it. You know,
I
Jameson,
gotta
yeah.
really love alcohol to be drinking.
No
Jameson.
one's actually
You
representing.
gotta really like it.
Yeah, no one's actually repping Rumplemints here. That's just the PBR. I'm totally repping. The thing of it is that's just the theme. That's the scene that we have. That's the scene.
No, that's where the void was.
That's
That's
what
where
the
the
void
void was.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
And so it's not a matter of like we're
Yeah.
anti-alcohol or we're anti this or anti anything. It's the fact that was something that didn't exist.
There are populations that are being underserved
Yeah,
by the way
especially-
we do things.
Exactly.
And
right.
there's okay to have a fucking music venue without a drink.
That's
being
exactly
served.
right. You
but
don't
we
need alcohol.
we can have
half
21
Shouldn't
older
it be?
shows, no
Right,
problem.
yeah.
Shouldn't it be okay?
There's so many musicians and aspiring musicians that are under the age of 21.
That's exactly right.
So why exclude them or make them be a part of the toxic bar scene? So
Thank you.
There it
there's
is.
only
Thank
two
you.
things that you can do if you don't have
Thank
this. You exclude them, or you make them part of a scene that,
That they don't
that
necessarily wanna
promotes alcohol, and when they're not legally ready for it.
Thank you.
Make them in charge of that scene.
Well, it also. I mean, it's
Have-
not just.
put
It's
it
just.
on them.
It's not just a matter
Bring
of
it.
that, but it also. And I'm not. And I'm again, just like I said, even though I'm not opposed to alcohol, alcoholism does exist, and having that, creating the idea that you have to be a part of that scene, or that this becomes a part of music,
Or just
this is not a part of music.
No, it's
this
not.
is not
No.
at all a part of
It's
music.
not.
This is not a part of being creative at all.
I will tell you that I've made it a part of my music.
Sure.
Straight up, like I get stage fright. Okay.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
and a couple of these, I feel a lot better on stage.
Well, there's
And
a
I'm
lot
just
of there's a
gonna-
lot
I'm
of
gonna
different things that musicians
relax.
do.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
it's
do my
cigarettes.
thing.
Cigarettes work for some musicians.
That's
Like,
a difference, though.
some
It
weed
doesn't-
it
works
is,
for some.
but that's the
I
thing.
mean, there's a little bit of everything.
But there is a difference between having a couple of beers to calm the nerves before you get on stage, or smoking a doob or something before you get on stage or whatever. And perpetuating this idea that you have to have this in order to be creative, or you have to be a part of this in order for it to be part of your
That's
scene
not
or
real.
a part of your that doesn't
That's
exist.
not real.
That's right. And so
It's nice to want to remove those things from each other.
Yeah.
So everyone's got their own vices, and we'll let those vices be their vices. And then if you make music, let's make sure that there is a scene that doesn't make you be a part of those things.
Exactly.
We have also not allowed that space to happen. Okay.
Well, it's just not promoted because
it's not
motherfuckers.
good business.
Well,
Guys.
people need the
Right.
goddamn money. They need the fucking
It's
money
not
from the
good
booze
business.
sales. And I will put it in the face of the viewers and the people that come out to concerts. And I, again, am a little guilty because I like to have a drink. But we need you to come out and support the shows and come watch the shows and bring your kids to shows like this.
Yes.
But one thing I will like to bring out, and I'm glad that I'm thinking about this right now. Why I have two promoters for shows of bringing kids out to shows. So I want to propose this to both of you, and I want to get your input from all three of you on this. And I'll shut up for a second after I ask this question.
Yeah, right.
We need, so say you're having a show here tonight, or you were having a show at Muse, or wherever you're fucking having it, and it's an all ages non-alcoholic show, and it's a $10 show. So I think if we're having a $10 show, and I got 3 kids with me, there has to be some kind of deal for me. So like that's where we're fucking up.
I've heard that. Yeah.
So-
I
so-
know what you mean.
That
know what
I
you
think
mean.
that is where. So if I say I'm watching 2 kids, or I have 3 kids, or I have 2, and I'm bringing them to a show because I'm just trying to get them out. Say I have 2 kids, and so you're making it's $30 for me just to come out. It's not going to happen.
No.
It's
So-
not going to happen.
At our
Yeah.
place, 12 and under is free.
Kids are free.
Well, or I think you can even do a package deal with it. So you do 12 and under is
It's
free.
free.
So that's
I like
great.
that.
So anybody
I like
over,
that.
so anyone in their teens or over, it has to pay the full rate.
So yeah.
Well, the way we do it is 12 and under is free because 12 and under can't be here without a parent or guardian.
Straight out anyway.
Yeah, right. So what we do is we give the parents, they pay to basically bring their kids to the show. They're not doing it for themselves; they're doing it for their kids. Their kids can
Right.
come and be presented with a safe, inclusive environment where there's not alcohol, there's not crazy shit going on, where they can come and watch live music. Someplace where the parents can go. That's not a bar. That's not a big venue.
That's great.
Like place where there's alcohol being served, where there's crazy, weird, creepy dudes.
Or it's
just,
like half and half, where they like try to do like they don't serve alcohol unless you got
Right.
a wristband and shit, and it still has got that creepy environment.
And so
you know?
basically they're paying, but their kids are not. Okay. And then at 13 and up, you don't need a parent necessarily to be with you. You can bring your kids, your parents if you want, or your parents can bring you if they want. But at 13, I think that a kid is at a certain level, they're
Well,
junior high, they're responsible enough.
I
If
think
they want to go
I
out to the
think
show,
you
they can
guys
go to
need
the
to
show.
promote the shows
promote that
very
aspect,
clear.
maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
aspect is
Well,
not
there it
so-
is.
That's
right
a
there.
good one. That's a good one.
and we're going to start putting that out there more because I think that is a little bit of the miss.
Yeah, we'll clip that a little.
Well,
I like that. I like that.
what the
Okay.
problem is a person with 5 kids is going, man, this show's going to cost me $50.
Man, so
No. Yeah.
so,
exactly.
so one
So
of my
that doesn't work. There's no way a struggling fucking single mom's going to bring 4 fucking kids that cost her $40 to an
No.
all-ages
No.
non-alcoholic.
well, and one of my
It's not going to work.
target.
It's not going to happen. So, like, you should let all those people in for fucking, I would even say $10 for adults, and then you could do free up to 12 and half price from 13 to 18 even.
One of my
Well, I mean,
targets.
any way to get
a large chunk
any
of our
way to get them in the
demographic.
deal.
A
Any way
large,
to
chunk
get
of,
them in.
a large chunk of our demographic are high school kids, honestly. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go half on it, honestly. And that's not me trying to be, but like no, that's who we're catering to. That's who we want to
Oh, fair
come,
enough.
give their
Yeah.
$10
That's who
and
the
enjoy.
$10
That's
fair
who they.
Yeah.
That's who we are
That's who
trying
they
to.
got to beat.
Because
You know.
they're the ones that don't have representation. They're the
they-
ones that
they don't
want
have
to go
anywhere
out.
else to go.
They're 16. They got a driver's license. They got friends. They got homies who are in a band. They want to come see the band, but the only places for them to go is bars, and they can't get
Yeah.
into the damn thing.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to give them. Is we're trying to give kids a safe place that they can come and enjoy the music and hang out with their friends.
It is really helpful.
Yeah.
It's like someone who's that age.
Yeah, well, I think we need to get
Main
a
place I go to.
we need to get a because we were trying.
we know him for years.
Yeah, that's why
You know?
That's our young Jamie, bro. That's our
Yeah.
young Owen.
Yeah.
He gives us the young kid thing with look, he's got half his hair in his face.
Yeah.
You got to trust what he says.
Yeah.
When you're looking emo like that in the
Yeah,
corner and
exactly.
filming our show, you got to trust what he says.
Yeah.
But like that's what we were working on, and what I would like to reciprocate, and I'm saying it right now just because it's going through my brain, is I was in the midst before the transition happened, posting flyers for the open mic, all ages open mic at the band rooms of the high schools in town, and I still have a couple ends on that. So if we could get a flyer
Oh,
made,
sure.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I will get those in those
Yes.
band rooms. I already had
Every
2
day.
high schools that were agreed to that, and I had the flyers in hand. But then, everything that happened, I could not pass out those flyers
We don't talk
anymore.
about it.
But
Right,
I'm
right.
just saying we had to trash those flyers and move on. But like, if we could get 20 of those flyers made for the all ages open mics, I can get those in the high schools and even some of the middle schools, because I for the most part I know a lot of the administrators across the town because I just talk to fucking everybody for the most part. But Southeast and Northwest already.
Austin's a talker. I don't know if you guys caught that or not.
Oh no, I've never seen the podcast.
Little
I've
bit
never
of
seen it
a
either.
little bit of a talker.
But I mean, and you'd be surprised who you talk to and who you sit next to some days. But there's a couple of administrators that were totally on board with that too as well. But I need to make sure that when we make these flyers, and I'm just remembering everything that I was thinking about when we were doing these, that we make it clear they're all ages, non-alcoholic open
So-
mics, and the performers do not have to pay. Because we were losing a lot of performers that were coming because they were like, say I got a 5-piece fucking band, now I got I'm a high school kid and they don't. But if
And it cost me $50 to
now
play
I
your
do
venue.
I do think that they should donate if nothing happens, if we don't get anybody in the crowd, and help to keep the thing alive. But I was under the impression that if you performed you didn't have to pay the fee, right? Is that how it works?
I think the only people that are coming are performers.
So is
So
that
we don't have
To a
any
point,
audience.
Yeah.
So how's that working? Do you make everybody pay no matter how it works? I mean,
Well,
how are the all ages non-alcoholic?
We're very new at this. Man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. With spitball this year.
Figure
Like,
this out.
Okay.
That's for just open mic or for just regular shows? For regular
Well, our
shows.
regular shows are
regular shows, everybody pays.
No,
No,
regular
the
shows,
bands.
the bands never pay.
Well, the bands never pay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Never,
Yeah, of course,
ever.
of
'Cause
course.
they're getting
In fact, if more than 25 people come through the door, they get paid.
Nice.
So
is that kind of your thing?
No. So the way we have it set up, is,
yeah, well,
is
school 'em.
the first. Okay, so it's $10 in the door. Every person under 12. I mean, over 12. Okay, so everybody comes in, they pay $10. All right, and so the first $250 goes to the house. That pays for all the overhead of this place. And trust me, it's a lot.
Yeah, you guys are being gracious.
Like, no,
What do
you
you
have
think?
no
Yeah.
idea the cost overhead on this place is. And I don't think a lot of people
Insurance.
do. I don't think a lot of people
Yeah.
do. And insurance is one of our biggest
Dude,
ones.
I've seen the backyard. And
Our-
the upkeep.
our
There's so
elec-
much.
our
There's
electric,
so much.
our
Yeah.
electric bill is over $600 on a good day. So
A good month.
Yeah, I mean a good month. So it's
We're
ridiculous.
not using any of that right now. I promise.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah. So you know, I mean, the overhead cost of this place is absolutely astronomical.
Yeah, so through the roof. So fucking pay $10 and if you got a little
Yeah,
bit more.
yeah.
Fucking
And we've-
you guys have a donation bucket too?
We do. And
So make sure that you pay in. If you know, there's not always merch and tickets for everything. Throw a little bit in the donation bucket.
yeah,
too.
and we have donations for both the house and for the bands. So if you want to like give a little extra to the bands, that's amazing. In fact, we've actually had bands come through here only pull like maybe 20 people, which doesn't pay them, and still walk out the door with $100 in their pockets because they made tips, and that's great, you know. And so that's
You always do tips, especially for
that's
stuff
right.
like this.
You
And-
know,
always.
yeah.
So I mean,
And if you're a band, fucking get your friends out. I think a lot of bands these days are getting a little lazy with, dude, get your friends and your mom and your dad out. They can come to the Monica house.
Yeah.
Have them come
Yeah.
on and sit in.
Yeah, but if you're oversaturated, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, but you still, like, if you have a show,
If
don't you invite
if
all your friends?
If you're playing 3 nights a week, how many times are you going to invite your friends?
True, that's fair enough. If I was your friend, I'd tell you to fuck off.
You know what I
all
mean?
this stuff.
like,
Well,
like,
I've
shut
also
the
had
fuck up.
another.
So are you telling
thought-
young artists to not play so much?
I'm telling every artist to not oversaturate their market.
Well, what
Do
do you
not
what do you do
oversaturate
when
market.
But what do you do when the market keeps calling you and needs you on a Wednesday?
you tell
them
them
to
no.
fuck off.
Yes.
No, well,
no, you don't tell them to
now-
fuck off.
that's-
No,
Now
you
you're in
just-
demand. Now you're
yeah.
in demand. Reach out.
That's right. Like honestly,
Branch out.
I
Go
think-
Okay,
regional.
well, school them, Monica.
Go
Let's do it.
regional.
tell,
Do that.
tell.
Well, I was just gonna say that. I think a lot of the issue could be solved by the bands coming and watching and supporting other bands.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes,
Like-
Thank
yes.
you.
And paying.
Thank you.
And paying.
Yes.
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 Right, because
All day.
we can't continue to be here for bands to have a stage if we don't have the support from
The community.
from the community.
And the community is the music
and this
community.
is their
And usually that's your
community.
first best route to tap. I mean, it's right there for you first, usually, hopefully.
And I'll tell you straight up that like bands will come here play, and I'm guessing here. Tell me if I'm wrong. Bands will come here play. I love what you guys are doing. This is awesome. Oh, you're giving a voice to the kids, and this is great. And you don't see them again until
Until
they
they
play.
book again. That's exactly right. No, that is actually right. And we're not
I'll
calling
put him on the spot.
No,
I'm
we're
just
not.
saying,
We're
I
not
know.
calling out
I
any of the
already
bands.
know.
We love every band.
That plays here.
99.9% of the bands that have come through here.
Ooh, that point one.
That point
Ooh,
one.
that point one.
But
Big
the
point one.
yeah, the point one.
It's real like a 0.6. They're just being nice.
Yeah, right. But the
PC
shit matters. We love them
optics.
all, and we love them all. Good, bad, new, old, doesn't matter. We love them all. That's what we did this for.
Yeah.
We
course.
want them. We want them to
Of
come, and we
course.
want them to feel like
Yeah.
this is their home, and this is their place to be, and this is their
But there's an education you should get when you get here.
that right. Okay,
know,
and part of
I
that
wanna
is
help you.
part of that is supporting the scene. Part of that is being there for your fellow musicians. Like you are not in a vacuum. You are not a bubble within yourself. Okay, and you are part of a community, and you need to support the community because you need that community to also support you.
And that's
so,
and no one's ever above it. Like, I hate
Well,
when people
look.
feel like they're above it. Everyone started here. So, like,
Guys, DJ Carbon told me, if you want to be seen in the scene.
yes.
100%.
You know what I mean?
That guy
Like,
does go out and support local music all over town.
Be seen in the scene.
And I try to do
he's
the same
everywhere,
thing.
man.
I try to
He's
do the same
everywhere.
thing. Me and you try to do the same thing. We're out
I'm
and about.
everywhere.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
out and about everywhere. I went to like fucking 8 venues this weekend. My knees hurt. My ass hurts from sitting and shit.
It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard.
Fuck, dude.
Hard to
Bars,
do.
after the second night, bar stools, you're like, God damn. I mean, this fucking gets a little rough, but
Yeah. You look at your bank account, you're like, well, I did what?
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem. That's the
Oh, yeah. But yeah.
you get a little shot buy-in.
But that's what it is, though. You got to be seen in the scene. You know, if you want to pick yourself up, be part of something.
Nobody does it by themselves.
Nobody does it by themselves.
No,
Nobody
and
does it by
everybody that
themselves.
tells you that they rode the whole wave by themselves
Are full of shit.
full of fucking shit.
Yeah.
God, like,
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there might be the luckiest motherfucker out there. That
I'm not saying that there's the exceptions to the rule prove the rule. Just because there's one or two out there that did do it completely 100% by their own,
That's
which
not
I
the-
still, which I
that's
still
not the
contend
model.
doesn't actually exist.
That's not the fucking model.
That's not the model. That's not how you do it. It's a group effort. It's a community effort.
I always fight this thing of like, I don't want to call people out because I'm just not that guy. I don't want to call you out, but like, I want to talk about things, and I just don't.
Well, I mean, sometimes we need a little controversy.
Sure.
because it feels so empty without me. No,
So what? Before as we get,
Eminem,
we're
huh?
getting towards the end of this. But what our plan is we got a big show coming up, a 3-day event. So tell us about this
Yeah.
3-day event, Monica. What is coming up on this in January? I wrote it down somewhere.
It's on the back.
January 6th,
Yeah, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
7th, 8th.
6th, 7th.
And then what are we calling this event?
The Monika House Winterfest.
Winterfest. Monika House Winterfest.
Winterfest.
So Winterfest.
Winterfest. Sounds so nice.
Yeah.
They're all just going to call it Monika Fest
Well, let's
anyways.
make
We're
it
just
real.
gonna call it Monica Fest.
Monika Fest.
They're going to call it Monika Fest.
That's why it keeps
It
doesn't
happening. I mean,
matter.
I don't know. I mean,
We called it.
You
everything's
could put
Monica
fest
Fest.
on the fucking end of anything.
Yeah. Well, no, they put Monika
No.
in the front of everything.
There's
Can't-
lots of rumplements.
Can we have Jarrod Fest?
I would
No,
love to
no.
have Jared
Once
Fest.
a year.
No.
Once a year.
I don't need it.
Fest.
I don't need it. I do
Once
not
a year.
have.
Sprout Fest.
I do not have an ego there at all. I'll
Why
be
don't you
honest
just
with
play at Monika Fest?
Like-
No.
Okay,
It's
so-
not about his ego. It's about me giving him propers.
How'd
Can
I
we make
know?
it work?
I
you humble
appreciate that.
bastards.
Okay, had I known that everything was going to be that it was going to be Monika House for the rest of its life, then I would have chosen.
You have to
a
understand,
different name.
Monika House actually came
One
about
day.
because
Well,
it
it's a
was
Chicago
it was
thing.
her her senior thesis.
Well, there's a
it was
Monika House
based
in
off
there.
the
My
idea of
MFA
Woman
thesis.
House. Okay.
I bet.
Yeah, so I mean, her master thesis. Sorry, yeah, it was her master thesis. Okay, and she built this as like a huge dollhouse. It was amazing. Oh, I wish I could we could seriously talk another whole hour on this alone.
we got
I
time.
bet.
We got
Yeah,
time.
it was amazing. She turned this whole house from top to bottom into like a giant
We can go
A life-size
little over an hour,
dollhouse.
You fuck.
event house. Yeah, I mean, you could just turn this into 2 different podcasts if you
I
wanted
just
to.
say we just
you
sit
know?
here. I
Yeah.
got booze still.
I mean, just save it for a rainy day when you guys don't have a,
I'm gonna need like a piss break.
Go pee- the bathro's right there, dude.
You
We'll be
just
fine, bro.
Drooled out your mouth.
But no, the
I did. Yeah, I know. You don't wipe it on me.
Well,
It's in your beard, man.
I don't want to wipe it on my own.
it's in your
pants.
beard. There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
I don't want to wipe it on my own.
Jesus Christ.
These are my pants. Why would I wipe it on my own?
Hey, who's got another bottle of Jameson? Fresh out. Yeah. You still got like what 4?
So why you gotta interrupt the guest with shit that don't matter?
Well, that's where it started. The thing of it is it just stuck. It stuck great, and it was such a catchy Monika.
I like it. I don't think.
I
You
mean,
change
it just. It
I think
fits,
you keep the pink,
you know?
pink fucking hair and you keep rolling with it.
Yeah.
All caps.
All caps.
caps, no space.
So in the graphic, you'll see the calendar and the individual flyers. We got a bunch of individual flyers for each individual concert, and then there's a whole calendar list. But so we got the Monika Fest coming up. Is that what we're calling it?
Oh, it's a Winterfest.
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 Winterfest at Monika
All right,
House.
So-
January 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Monika Winterfest.
30 bands, 30 plus bands.
Yeah, we're still
For
booking.
3 days.
We're still booking.
Yeah,
We're
three-
still booking.
3 days.
We're actually looking for local bands to help us out on our Friday night show. So
Is it Thursday, Friday,
well,
Saturday,
might-
Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah.
What are those days? What are those days?
It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, so we're talking about maybe spitballing this a little bit. We're talking about maybe podcasting.
yes. Oh God, would you guys please? That would be
Oh,
amazing.
I think
Well,
it'd be fun.
I'm depending on everybody's schedule.
If we
it's
have
not-
the studio back there, we can condense this.
Well, John and I have been crawling underneath basements and stuff for the last 2 days.
Bro,
So I mean, I don't
you're
know.
not wrong.
like-
You're not wrong.
we could bust this down to one table and then put the drop back down so
Yes.
people could go to the fucking bathroom.
Yes.
And
Oh,
we-
that's a brilliant
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah, we
It's
can actually
so
feed them
there.
through
Yeah.
the green
Yeah.
room.
Bet,
We can
bet,
feed them through the green
And then
room.
come right through,
Yeah.
come right through around this way, and why they're breaking down, and then breaking down in there would also give us a great timer. So as soon as they're starting to really like sound check the drums and shit,
We can be
it's
like-
time to get this interview fucking wrapped.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Right.
So,
So,
it kinda,
I mean, I
runs
would
itself.
whatever days we can make it work with the schedule, and I will tell just even though we're doing that here, and I would like to try to eventually get some of those live if we could. That'd be fucking fun. But we'll record that video and turn that over. That'd be a fucking blast.
That'd be awesome. I
Yeah.
think.
And when we're looking, anybody that's having festivals like that, if you want the Aaron and Austin show to come fucking sit in, we're all about it.
All we need is $37,000.
37? I thought we settled on 40 or 42.
Well, it's 37,000 plus an air conditioned trailer for each of us.
And then with each of us?
Yeah.
Well, I want to watch it change.
No, we have to separate ourselves so we don't burn content
I got
talking.
you. That's true. Fair enough.
So we have to have 2.
Fair enough.
And then we have to have meat and cheese trays for me.
Yeah, a charcuterie board,
Charcuterie,
charcuterie?
a Sean Connery board.
or adult lunchable board.
A selection of Jamesons.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them are so tasty.
I prefer Black
a
Label.
flight,
Let's
a
go Black
flight.
Label.
I do like the IPA.
Flight of Jamesons. Yes,
I do.
yes.
The sad thing is, I do enjoy green tea and an orange tea shot. Those are delicious.
Okay, so different bartenders because I don't know.
Your
I don't know,
bartender could be an idiot.
Just give me a selection. Just give me a selection of microbreweries, and I'm good.
I just
into a
need,
cup.
I just need one hot idiot to pour Jameson.
You don't even need that. You could just drink the Jameson straight out of the bottle. What the fuck's the difference?
Give me a selection of microbrews, and I'm a happy man.
There you go, there you go.
I do. I love a good beers too. I love it to have a nice, a nice
God.
lager or a
Here we
nice
go,
brown.
here we
Or I'm not a huge IPA fan, depending on.
I'm not a big IPA fan either.
I like an IPA. As long as
I don't think anybody is, honestly.
they lie. It's the same.
I
They're in
think
the
it's just
same
the
group
thing.
as the Jameson people that drink a liquor and go, "Yes, that tastes good." You're like,
Boy, this is
God.
this is great.
This is great.
The best.
this is the best shit I've ever liked.
All right. All right. So before I get pissed about that, let's
I know how to tug on his heartstrings.
How do we find you guys as Monika House? How do we support you? You guys have nonprofits. You're doing great
Show
work.
up and pay.
How do we support you as Monika House?
Like the face. You guys have a Facebook page.
So we have a Facebook
Yeah,
page.
there we go.
So like and follow that for sure.
Monika House.
You have an Instagram too. I think they have.
And it's Monika with a
CLB
K, by the way.
events. And then there's an Instagram, and that's monikahouse.events.
And Monika is MONIKA.
MONIKA.
That's Monika.
Yeah, and this is the
HOUSE.
Monika House behind. This is Monika behind the Monika House.
What's Monika House after hours?
This is the Monika.
This is the Monika.
The Monika.
The
You know it's
Monika.
an event when you
I know.
show
I
up
should
when
just
she's
change
got
my
the
last
window.
name to House.
See, here's the thing. She didn't have to
Kinda.
say.
You kinda should.
She didn't.
I think we're just gonna unofficially change your last name.
She
to
didn't
Monika
say
House.
more than 20 words this whole entire thing, and yet she's still the star of the show. Like
Not true.
I'm not sure how that worked. Man.
Well, she's the most intelligent person on the show.
right.
So.
She knows better than to fucking open her mouth. So, it's just
She's like, this shit is being recorded. But for real, the real thing is show up and support, especially the all ages open mics. Hopefully, we'll get some flyers for those. We'll get those out to the kids at the high schools. I've been wanting to do that for a hot minute.
The stuff we're doing here is incredible. The stuff we're doing here fills a void, man. If you feel marginalized because you can't go anywhere,
we got your spot.
why aren't you trying to go anywhere? Why aren't you trying to find where it is? Because I do hear that a whole bunch. Like,
There's no place. There's no place for me.
there's nothing there.
There's always a
nothing
place.
there.
Right.
You're
Not every town has a
looking.
place, but this one does. This one does.
We do have places.
We got a
Just
place.
you
We have
wait.
multiple places.
Yes.
And we're hey guys, I will tell you, even in my short stint here and short stint working with all the people in this room, every time I work with these people, they are always working harder and better to make things work for this town. I love that. I love seeing the progression from week to week. I mean, it's week to week, guys. So support your
Day to
local
day,
artists.
really.
Yeah, it's day to day.
Yeah.
But it's really nice when you get to see it in week blips like I get to.
Yeah.
So,
You're
you
here
know-
every Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm here every fucking Tuesday. God bless you guys for letting us be here every Tuesday.
No, I want to thank Slow Coast for actually making your home our home. I really do.
Thank you for having
thank you
us.
guys
Thank you for
so
fucking
much.
having us.
I mean,
I appreciate it, man.
I am beyond giddy, honestly.
It's amazing, right?
to have you guys in here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
It's a
really
lot
do.
of fun.
I mean, the collab is perfect. Honestly, we got the same vibe. I feel so much more comfortable at this spot. I love having a spot for the podcast, and that you guys are really supportive of our show means a ton to me. It really does. It means a ton to me. And before we end this, real quick, let's do one more quick promotion for the New Year's Eve show at Peerless for No Banana.
No banana
And the
today.
barcode show. Send them in for shit. I ain't got my glasses on.
Syndrome Entertainment, man.
Syndrome
We
Entertainment.
got serious side effects. We got BZB.
There you go.
playing
Step
there.
in. Help me out for once, motherfucker.
Sometimes we like watching you sing.
You don't want to. You know you got it. You got
Yeah.
it. And we got a new show song coming with horns in it that we're going to artificially inseminate.
That's what John says.
Except for me, I'm going to be doing bassoon
Officially, it's singing.
Yeah.
in 4 years.
Yep. Jared playing bassoon.
And special and like I said, to Reverb is again. Thanks for letting us be a part of your guys' family. And
Thank
thanks
you.
and we can't wait to promote. So we got, like I said, that show coming up. Hopefully we can get a podcast going for that 3-day show. We got you guys have a quick plug that artist that's coming up. What's that show?
Oh, well, yeah, we got tons.
Plug
of
it, plug it.
Well,
You
Maurice
got a
Anthony.
California
I don't
artist
know if
Oh,
Maurice Anthony's coming
yeah,
up.
plug that show too.
Maurice
No,
Anthony's
seriously,
great.
That's on
that's the new.
Thursday.
That's the newest. That's the most recent coming this Thursday. Awesome. If
This
you guys
week?
have,
And then-
yeah.
Yeah, that won't be out in time.
Friday. Oh,
Okay,
yeah. It's not going to be.
Oh,
on.
that's right. So
Hey,
what
no,
date am I
it's
looking at here?
Thursday.
Austin, what date am I looking at?
Thursday. So if you caught this show at 4:20
So it'd be,
in the morning, you'll catch
December
Maurice
15th?
Anthony.
Yeah. The profanity.
So
This show's coming out next
Young
Thursday
out.
though.
Yeah.
it's
We're
next
talking about a
Thursday?
show this Thursday.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
next Thursday.
listening.
Next Thursday.
You're not
Next,
listening.
when does
My
this
bad,
show
my
come out?
bad.
When does this show
This
come
show will come out
On the
week-
15th.
From Thursday.
out? On the 15th?
Yeah.
Okay, well then we've got December 17th, we have Phantom Black and Black
Oh.
Cat J.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, and
All right.
shout out to Black Cat J. Fucking
Yeah,
Johnny
look at
made me a
that.
t-shirt.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Johnny.
when you make a fat guy a t-shirt, he's a happy.
We've got we got Bambo and Friends coming on the 18th. We also have Zach Crow and the No Shows. Call Me Ishmael. We got a whole bunch. Wait, seriously, it's going to be a great
Ishmael
lineup.
wants to be
And
on
Joey
the show.
Henry.
And you
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
I will pin that.
Yeah, Joey Henry.
I will pin that calendar to the top of our Facebook page.
And
so
the-
make sure that you check out all things Monica.
And then also super exciting. It's still in the works, but come March, we actually have a band coming out from LA. Just be looking for information on that.
hopefully to line that up with a podcast on the
Yes.
same day.
It's
We're
gonna
gonna have a
be-
live performance
yes.
from an LA artist and maybe them on the Aaron and Austin show.
Yes. So
Exclusive.
really looking forward to that.
We are. I'm pumped about that. I just got that news today. That sounds like a fucking fabulous time.
Yeah.
To
On a Tuesday.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday,
They're
yeah.
coming in
Let's
on a
go.
Tuesday. So how great is this collab? We get to do this Monica House Fest.
Yeah.
Fuck that winter
I mean,
fest.
are you
Monica
feeling
House
this, man? Are you feeling this, man?
yeah, I'm feeling it.
Well,
I'm
we have
feeling
the
it.
Independent
I am
Venue
too.
Week
feeling
in July. So
Yeah, because we
that's like
we also do
our
a
summer fest.
We also do a summer fest.
So winter Monica Fest.
I love.
I think we
Let's
keep
Call
selling
it-
the fucking
I don't care.
brand.
People could call it.
Hey,
whatever
I'm
they
all
want.
about brand, right? Brand
Right.
recognition is
It's
important.
fucking
Brand recognition
it's
is
fucking
important.
Monica House, man.
Yeah.
Monica Fest. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got that coming up, and we're gonna try to secure a little podcasting going on for that. And we got a, like they said, they got a cool artist coming through.
Yeah.
I can't wait to sit down with that. That sounds amazing. And we just want to, at the very end of this, thank you for accepting us into your family, and thanks for doing the podcast, guys. I appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you.
Are we ready for a dance party on the outro? of the
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, let's do a
Always.
dance party.
Dance
Always.
party.
We're dancing yet? Are we doing it yet?
Cheers.
Yeah,
Are you actually gonna finish that shot, Monica? At
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point?
finish it.
She's
Finish
gonna
it.
act.
Oh,
Round blast.
There we go.
All right.
Two dudes, Aaron and Austin, made a show.